Hello and welcome to Lesson 4 Graphical Analysis. In this video we're going to be continuing example 1 and we're going to move on to part B. In part B we're going to be finding the instantaneous velocity of whatever this object is at the time of 1 second. Now, on the graph, I've drawn out the graph, but I've already drawn on the tangent line. Now, what I mean by tangent line is if you flip back one page, it's a point or it's a line that only touches our graph in one single place. And this point that it's touching is going to be at that 1 second marker. Let me turn my tool off here. And so this is going to be something and 1, right? Or 1 second and something. We could read that off the graph. I didn't label it on mine. All right, well, what can we do with that now? To find the instantaneous velocity, well, we need to find the slope of this line because we know that slope, being rise over run, will work out to meters per second. And this is only one instance in time. It's like a snapshot. Okay, well, let's find that. Your lines might vary slightly. Tangent lines have a little bit of a degree of error. But I chose a couple points along the graph here, and I'll do these again in a dark color. Chose one around here, and it worked out to 2.75 in the y. No, not 2.5. 2.75 and 42 in the y. Excellent. And down here, I chose some point right about here, and I'm gonna send this out. And for that value, I got 0.25 and 14. Okay, these two values are going to be very useful to us because now, just like in part A, we have 2 points on a line. Using that, we can find the slope of the line and find our instantaneous velocity. So let's walk through that. All right, so slope is equal to y2 minus y1, same as last, divided by x2 minus x1. Whoops. We can plug our numbers in there. This is going to be, for me, your values could be slightly different based on how you drew your tangent line. It's going to equal 42 minus 14, right? These are our y values, 42 and 14, divided by 2.75 minus 0.25. To simplify that, I got 28 divided by 2.5. And so if we want to find, where I'm going to put my final answer here, we'll call this velocity, which is instantaneous at 1 second. You could just put the answer if you like. I like to be specific with my answers. So our instantaneous velocity at 1 second is going to equal what this works out to be, which I got to be 11.2 meters per second. All right, but let's check our sig figs. I only have 2 sig figs here. Look at this, 0.25. So really, I have to round my sig figs off here. So we're going to say this is equal to, with sig figs, 11 meters per second. And that's my final answer. You may get a slightly different answer than that, but you should be within between 10 to 12 meters per second. Most people, I would imagine, would get 11. That wraps up part B.